Okay, welcome back everyone to another video. In this video we're going to be doing an animation on our sword. So the last sword, in the last video we did this sword here, and the animation was just a basic one. So but in this video we're going to change that. We're going to spend a bit more time on our animation, and hopefully this is what we're going to end up with. So you can see there's quite a bit of movement there. So let's get straight into it. It looks pretty good, a little bit better than that one. So watch this video and I'll show you how to do it. So there's quite a bit involved in this, and when I was thinking about this, just wait for that to load, what I actually did was get up out of my chair and put myself in the same position as the character, so my feet were together and facing the target. And I was thinking, well, how am I going to swing from that position? What's my first move? And I found I needed to move my right leg back out of the way because I'm right-handed, so move my right leg back and then I can turn my hips and start my swing. And so that's where we're going to start. Okay, now it's loaded, so I'll just get things started here. So I just took the glow off that sword because it's a little bit bright, and we'll be zoomed in quite a lot, and that would be quite annoying for the video, to show how the body's moving. So this is our sword, the Godly Sword. It's a tool, it's got a handle. If you need help creating that, just watch the video before this one. It goes for about 10 minutes and shows you how to get all this set up. And then, like I said, it did have the animation already set up on it. It was just a basic one, so we're just going to replace that one in this video. So what we're going to need is a dummy. So just go to plugins and build rig, and I'm on the R15 and block rig, and there he is. So alright, now we need to put this is our dummy here, so we need to put our sword, so grab the sword and we need to drag it into our dummy. There it is, good. Yeah, so it's connected. If it doesn't connect like that, then you've got a problem, and you probably go back through that last video and see what that was. So after it connects and it looks like it's attached to his hand, then we go into plugins and animation editor, and it says select a rig to animate. So we want to do this, just click create. Okay, and we're straight into it. So alright, so first things, I'm going to try and move as quick as I can. First thing we want to do is get the sword into the position that he was when he was running around, so which is kind of, I think he had it in an up position. So let's move his so if we hit the little plus here, we get all these options that we can move. So right upper arm, and we'll use all these in this animation. Every one of these we're going to move because it's quite a complicated animation. It's got lots of moving parts, and the more that we spend time on this, the better it's going to look. So let's get started with the right arm. So we just want to select it. We want to go back to our model tab up here and click on rotate. Actually, it was probably already selected. So okay, there's a quicker way to do that. If I just type in 90 degrees, and then I can just move it once, and there it is. So that's moved him, and we're on our first frame here. So I'm going to move to this, probably the third frame, and like I said, our first movement is probably going to be our right leg. And so rotate, I need to actually rotate it. Now before I can move it back, the upper leg actually goes, well, that was his arm. Let's not do his arm, so we need to grab the upper leg. So right upper leg, and we're going to need the lower leg and the foot and the lower torso, which is basically hips. So right upper leg is there. Now we need to, I'm going to move this like 55 degrees. So I've typed it in up there, and I'm going to hit the red one, wait for it to click. There we go. Apparently that's 55. Hopefully that's enough. We can change it again in a sec. So what I want to do is then do the lower leg, probably about the same 55, but in the other direction. Yeah, okay. So that upper leg might have to move a bit more. We'll check that in a sec. So the next bit is the lower torso, 45. Let's go 55. Let's make a good turn. Let's get a bit more power out of this thing. Actually, we could go about 45, and then in the later frames we might just extend an extra 10 degrees or something for the torso. So we've got 45 selected. That's about that. So you can see already that we're kind of getting into a good position there. So that right leg, alright, so what I want to do, I think I need upper leg. Let's go about 10. So it looks like it's red, so I'm just going to move it, a bit more. Yeah, that's better. Okay, now it's not quite in the right position. The right foot, let's move the right foot down a bit so it's kind of flat. So it's just a matter of just trying to position it how you want. So we're all on the same frame here, so that means in, I don't know what it is, 3 microseconds it's going to move. So I can extend this out if I want to make that bigger. I click and drag, and then it's going to be a bit slower, but we do want quite a quick animation, so because then it kind of covers any little bits that are not perfect, I guess. So that's not looking too bad. The right leg, I could probably actually move the right leg back somehow, so we'll just have a look how I can do that. What do you think? Move it away. It needs to probably just move away from the body, so maybe this green one. What have I got? 5 degrees. Let's go about 10 degrees. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's what I wanted. Blue? Blue, yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, let's try that. That was probably about 20. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, now the next bit we're going to move we'll slowly get this right foot so it comes back. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it will come back probably a little bit further and try and sit on the ground behind him. So I'm going to click to the next frame. So these are basically the frames in your animation if you haven't animated before. So each one is a point or a frame that something can happen. So it's a good idea to kind of build up your animation. So our first move was that. The next one's probably going to be the left leg. So let's do that. Left leg. We're going to need the lower leg. We're going to need the upper leg. We're going to need the left foot. So spin around here. Whoops, sorry about that. Alright, first thing, left leg, go upper leg. We're gonna spin it around so it's straight. Yeah, almost straight. Right, and at this point too, probably his head, you can see his head there. So if you're hitting something, or if you're throwing a ball or throwing a punch, your head's going to be looking at the target. Oops, I've gone the wrong way. So let's point him straight, so he's looking at the target when he swings. That's the head, and we'll keep doing that. Every time we move the body, the head's going to move, so we're going to have to adjust our head to make sure that it kind of stays straight. So this left leg, left upper leg, I want to move it up. I don't know how many that was, probably about 30 or 40. And then the lower leg, I'm going to move it down to it's like almost a 90-degree. Yep, that's pretty good. So that, if I unclick it, yeah, that looks pretty good. And the foot was kind of flat. That's okay. That's pretty good, because it would be. It'll even be lifting up. So if we just play that, we can have a quick look. Yeah, that's looking pretty good actually. So now our next bit is probably, yeah, we've got to do this sword bit. So I don't know where I'm going to put in the animation we're trying to copy. I grab the sword with two hands, so that's what we'll try and do. Where in the animation, pretty much straight away, the left arm, you pretty much want that left arm trying to grab the sword from straight away. So maybe from this frame here, we need left arm. So I'm on the first frame, left upper arm. But we're going to need them all. So left lower arm, left hand. Alright, let's go around here and have a grab at this. So let's grab, we're on our first frame, left upper arm. Okay, so pretty much need to move it up. I'm going to do this a bit slower, so I've moved it a couple there. I'm going to jump to the next frame and then move it a bit more, and jump to the next frame and move it a little bit more, and now we can start to move it over. Actually, let's jump back and we can move it over here. We've got blue. Yeah, and now we just jump forward on the frame and move it one more. Let's go 2, so we're on 10 degrees. Go to the next frame and we can move it 2 more. And now let's actually meet it up. We'll actually meet it up with the right arm, I think, so that might make it look a little bit sort of in the center of his body. Where's the right arm? Right upper arm. So yep, I think I'm gonna go back 1 or even 2 frames and just move it once there as well, just so then when we do our animation it's gonna look, yeah, see, we go like this, everything's not moving there, everything's kind of happened together. This is probably going to be a better version than the original one, I think. So I might just go up and look down on this so I can kind of get that. Let's go one more. So what do I need? Blue. Yeah, nice. And now let's go to the next frame. No, we want to grab the sword pretty quick in the swing, so we'll stay on this. It's just a matter of personal preference, so just keep changing it how you sort of think is best. So I think this right arm needs to go in a bit. Yeah, it's pretty good. And now the left arm actually needs to try and grab the sword somehow. Left upper arm. Left upper arm, let's move it. Hopefully it's the blue. Yeah, oh yeah, perfect. That'll be pretty good. Okay, we can actually use our move tool as well, which might be good at this point. Actually going to just move it a little bit, and we've got to be careful. It's going to, from this, the player's going to be looking from the back anyway, so we're going to be covered up a little bit, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's grab his left hand and I'll move that a little bit as well. Yeah, that's pretty good. And maybe even the lower arm, we can rotate it a little bit. Yeah, start to get a bit of a bend on that. That's looking really good. So let's have a look and play that. Yeah, it goes pretty quick. So you can see he's turning his body. And the whole reason of getting him to turn his body properly is because that's going to give like a powerful move. Really, it's going to look powerful because it is powerful, because you're generating power, just like in real life. If you're trying to throw a ball or something like that, you don't just stand there and throw it. You got to turn your body to generate the most amount of power. So that's what we're trying to do. And now the sword. So the thing with the sword is, so I'm going to get up out of my chair again and try and picture where I need the sword to be. So yeah, I find that my left arm needs to come back first. Right arm sort of stays near my chest, and then my shoulder sort of pulls the left arm back. So that's what we're going to be working on next. So we'll watch that left arm to make sure it stays nice and straight. That's what we want. So we want, yeah, it's kind of bent. That's okay. We don't want to move it any more than that. So our shoulder is our upper torso. Right lower arm, we might as well just grab all these. We're going to need them all. Okay, so go to the next frame. We want to move our shoulders a little bit. Where did that go? Shoulders. It's like upper torso. There we go. Green. Let's go 10 degrees. Yep, maybe 20. Skip to the next frame. Let's have a look at where the sword is. Yeah, it's still straight up at the moment, which is not what we want. We've got to bring that down. I think we bring the right arm down and that'll start to move it into position. So we'll try that. Right arm. Right arm, okay. Red or green? Looks like green. Yeah, nice. See, move the sword. Move it 3 times. It's going to move anyway. Let's just check. Yeah, we can start moving that a bit earlier. So I'll go back here, and we need to be moving the right arm down a little bit earlier. You can click on the 2, and I'm going to move it down once there. Oh, why is it stop? Kind of went back into its original position, didn't it? I didn't know that. Thought it would have. Okay, we'll just fix it up here then. So looking pretty good. Alright, that's great. So we're going to move around and check where our position is on the hand, on the left hand. Yeah, it stayed kind of, it looks like it's attached anyway, so that's good. Alright, great. Now we can turn the shoulders a bit more. Let's skip to the next frame. We're almost done. Move the shoulders again. You could probably, at this point, we could probably move our legs all the way back. So right upper leg. Is it green? Yep. Nice. Even our hips again. Remember I said we're going to move our hips again. Lower. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Play that. Yeah, nice. Does it look? Yeah, it's going to be okay. So that sword has gone into a funny position though. Actually, it might be alright. We could probably just flatten it out a bit, would be good. Why did that happen? So we need, so about here we need the sword to be almost flat, so grab that right arm again, and I think it's the red. Oh, that was his leg. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Move that leg back about there. Okay, grab his right arm again. And we're on green, are we? Yep. Literally almost going to lay it flat. Check the position of the hand, the left hand. Yeah, so you could probably move a little bit. That lower, what was that, left upper arm, we could probably actually use that move tool and just move it back where it was. And let's rotate it down. Nice. Okay. So we got a good position there, and then it changed the next frame, so we just got to fix that up so it's that right arm. Okay, let's check the frame before. Yeah, right, that's pretty good. Alright, so now from here, okay, so notice his head wasn't straight, so let's move his head again. Alright, what I want to do now is also grab his torso, upper torso, and I'm going to move his torso back. Yeah, that's alright, it'll look fine when it plays. Now, how are we going to get that sword into a position kind of so it goes around behind his head? We need to lift the right arm up, I think. Green, red. Yeah, so we want to move it around and up. So around and up is blue, is it? No. Green. Down. Okay, click a frame forward. Let's try that, see what it did. Yep. And now if we turn our shoulders from here, that should move it around a bit more. So just going to play it and see if it looks okay. Yeah, nice. So how far has he turned his shoulders? Yeah, that's heaps. Can't really turn it any more than that because that's a big turn. So it's really just the shoulders. I mean, it's really just the right arm to finish. So red. Yeah, nice. About there's good, I think. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's grab the left arm. It just needs to move a little bit. let's use the move tool. Alright, that's pretty good. So that's pretty much our backswing. It's pretty good. Alright, let's start the downswing. So basically just unrotate everything. Shoulders first, hips first, sorry. So back on rotate. So green. Go forward a frame. Shoulders a bit. Upper torso. Green. Need to bring the arm down. Right, upper arm. Next frame, down a bit more. Turn the shoulders more, or the torso. Probably need to check the left hand. Needs to come. The arm needs to come down. Yeah, move the left arm down as well. Went some weird position. There we go. And now we can move it back. So just try and go a little bit quicker, but doing the best I can. As you can see, so we need to move the body forward a bit. Yeah, it's kind of getting into a good hacking position, isn't it? Really good. Alright, let's move the body forward at this point. So let's move it up a little bit more. So body was upper torso. And let's flatten the body out. Go forward a frame. Not that much yet, about there. Forward the frame. Could probably even go one more and then just bring it down a bit more, and then we'll come back here. How's our sword look? Okay, so our arms stop moving, so we need to bring our arms through about here. Shoulders, the shoulders didn't turn, or they just need to move a heap more, that's all. Alright, shoulders, torso. We need to flatten that thing out. So bring his right arm down again, kind of just undoing what we did on the backswing. Right arm, bring it down. Yeah, it looks really nice actually. Let's go up torso and bring it through a bit more, and our hips need to move again. Lower torso. Well, let's just bring the sword down a bit first. Right upper arm. You can really see how this turned into a bit of a complication, didn't it? It was like we started off moving one or two parts, and now we're moving bits and pieces all over the place. So that's good. Once you get used to it, it's not too difficult. Yeah, let's flatten that sword out. Probably just need to move that. Left hand's fine. It's just a matter of how you want him to swing. You're just trying to. I always try and do what would happen in real life. How would you do this in real life? And try and duplicate that on your character, because that's going to give you the most real looking thing, in my opinion. Upper torso needs to move a lot, like almost square. Maybe I moved it too much at once, so let's just go forward a frame. Yeah, this is pretty good. If you play this now and you he's got this weird thing going forward, so we probably need to fix that. That's not, yeah, that was too much. So we'll go upper torso, bring him back. Alright, that should fix that. Head still looking straight. Alright, now those shoulders are actually in the wrong position. They should be, why haven't they turned? Oh yeah, see, there's your problem. So we're just going to check all the frames. Like I turned them here, but then on this frame that was okay. Then on this frame they were turned back. So we've got to make sure. I'm not sure why I did that. We'll make sure that we're moving. And this guy was all the way back. Now it's going to look better. Yep, looking good. Keep moving it. Well, when his head's all the way around, so we need to fix that. Okay, let's go and have a look at the head. So obviously you should be looking at the target all the time. Because you can't hit the target if you're not looking at it. That's okay that your head moves out of the way there. That's not too bad, because that would probably happen when you would swing that hard. Your head would kind of move a bit anyway, so that's okay. Actually, we probably do need a bit of forward and down movement. Let's have a look. So we're almost finished. The legs haven't moved, so we need to fix that. Yeah, and kind of the body comes through, but we haven't moved the lower hips here. Yeah, about here. So there's a lot in this animation. It's quite big, and as you see, when you move the hips, everything else comes through as well. So it's quite cool. Which, yeah, that's not too bad actually. Play that. Yeah, when it goes fast, it's going to be a good one. So that's pretty good. So we'll skip forward another couple of frames here, and probably the hips is the one we need to move. Yeah, see, moves all his body, and let's click forward and move the shoulders as well. Upper torso, and we just need to straighten his head out. And the shoulders have turned way too much, so probably about 90 degrees is enough. And fix his head up, and we're pretty much done. The arms really didn't move much, but I think that's okay. Alright, let's play it. Yep, okay, so we just need that to be a bit faster. We've got a gap here, so I'm going to, whoa, double selected something there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you grab this and just drag it back, it drags everything, so that'll just speed it up. back one, and we're almost done. We'll quickly save this and apply it to our sword. Let's just play that for one more time. Okay, and now one more thing, we need to just fix this frame rate up just to make it a bit quicker. So we'll go to 24. No, the other one, 60. Yeah, good. So it's changed to 30 here. This will be quicker now. Yeah, it's better. Alright, well that can be our animation. So now you can play with that yourself and come up with your own version of it. So what you need to do is you need to actually set animation priority, and this is really important because it won't work on your character if it is set to core. So it needs to be set to action, and then we need to export it, and you'll get all your animations here. So we're going to create a new, and we're just going to call it animation 1 or something, and we'll finish that. It's going to give us a number or an ID. So copy this, click OK. Good, we're going to need that later. Click OK, and we can close this now. And what you need to do is grab your sword, drag it up into the workspace. Okay, you don't need the dummy anymore. Just going to move the sword over here so I can pick it up. Okay, so on the sword, so click on the sword, click on animation, and we need to replace this ID. So this one that was in there was the one from the simple animation we did last time. So we paste all of that in there, click enter, and it changes the number. Okay, so now we can play. Let's see if it works. Gee, I hope it works after all that. That wasn't too bad. It was half an hour for a fairly decent animation. There's a bit of work into it. The more time you spend on it, the better it's going to be. It's a little bit hard to do a video actually and try and think. But that's okay. We got there and picked it up. There we go. Yes. That's not too bad. I would say that, you know, we don't have a sound on it yet. I can quickly add the sound. That's not too bad. If you go off the original one, he jumps forward a bit. We could have moved the character forward. That's not too bad. That's pretty close. So I like it how he moves his body and everything. Yeah, we probably could have moved our guy's leg back a bit further. We didn't quite get that right leg all the way back. But again, it's just trial and error and try and move him into position. But that's a pretty good animation. So we'll cancel that. I'll quickly show you, if you want to keep watching, I'll quickly show you how to add a sound to it. And I've got a couple of lines for a script for a sound that we need to add to our script. And then we're done. So there's a good video on how to animate your sword. And you can pretty much come up with anything that you can think of. I'm actually going to do a like an over the head jump kind of one, because I need a few moves for my game, so I want to try and do that. Okay, so what do we need to do? Select your sword. Okay, and in scripts, actually we need a sound. Where's the toolbox? I'm not sure. I'll quickly open the toolbox. We'll have a look for a free sound. Whoops. Hang on, just figure out what I just did. What did I just do? Toolbox. just trying to work out where I just put that. Alright, so toolbox. We can get a free item from here. So we'll just have a look at sword slash or something. Sound. Slash sounds. We'll try this. We'll click on our workspace. Oh. Okay, just try and get back to where we were. It's like move me all the way out of nowhere. Okay, sorry about that. Not sure if it worked anyway. It's giving me this script, is it? Alright, don't worry about that. I'll just have to use one of my sounds that I had before. So you can have a look for a sound if you like and choose your own. Just be careful with that free one. Not sure about the free stuff. Could have viruses and stuff on it, so just be careful. Where am I going here? Server storage, pen swords, handle, copy, godly sword, paste. Alright, so we've got our overhead sound. Alright, so once you find your sound, you just need to edit your script. So go into script. Okay, I won't do that. Let's I need to grab a bit of code from this other one as well. So we'll bring that up. Alright, back on our script. We need overhead sound. So basically you need a new variable. You need to declare a variable here and wait for the sound, and then you can play the sound. So then it says play the sound just after the animation. So after the animation we need to put that in there. Okay, handle's got a line under it, so let's just check what we did there. Because I did handle up here too. Right, so we need that bit as well. Okay, so let's put them all together. So you need those. You need to add these two lines to your script. So all the script you had before from the last video, and then add your overhead sound here. Play it there, and that's it. And just make sure the sound is inside your sword. So we know godly swords, and it's just in your handle. Okay, so this should work. We'll go ahead and play that, and Okay, just wait for it to load up. Here we go. Okay, oh. Pick up our sword. There he is. There it is. There's the sound. So there we go. Everything worked. That's great. And that's not a too bad of an animation. Looks pretty good. These are the ones that I did before. It's kind of yeah. All right. Very good. Looks pretty good. And good luck with your animations. Hopefully that gives you something to follow and do. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.